Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 5 of Factorio with C-Block, where we are trying to increase our slag production. And we just need more iron to finish it, it seems. Also, when we then have finished this, that should produce a full belt of slag. We want to reorganize a lot of this stuff. I think I have enough landfill to do a bit more of an extensive setup, I guess. Also, we have enough brick. I don't think we need all of this. Let's just turn that off. We need more power, so we need more fuel. Yeah, we need a lot more power. Now, between episodes, I installed some mods, namely nanobots. So we can now get those for early bots that require resources, of course. And also even distribution. So if we want to put something into more than one entity, we can do that. And what else? Oh yeah, I also installed what's it really used for, because we had some problems finding some hydrogen recipes. And I think this is just easier. At least we can find the void recipe here, which I had a hard time doing in the FNA mod. But maybe I'm just a noob. At least this is just recipes for this. I find this so confusing that I can't search for which recipes to use this in. Except maybe for like this. Usage. Yeah, so we can chemical... Oh, is this the actual recipe we want to use? 100 every second? That seems more correct. Oh. Maybe it's actually better. Let's just have a look here. Hydrogen gas. Ingredient in. Oh, this chemical void, that's just void. That makes sense. Because this void recipe only takes 20 hydrogen gas. Okay, so they both work. But for some reason I can't find out how to search properly in this with search function. So this only shows us recipes that produce this stuff, right? It also tells us the technologies we need, which I guess is nice, but I really just want to see it as an ingredient as well. And there's just apparently no settings for that. So yeah, that annoys me. Unless there's some setting in here. But there's so many settings, I can't take the time to look through it all. Yeah, oh well. We will just figure out what we like best. So we got some power, we got a little bit of iron, but we can probably get more. Yeah. Can we make 3 of these? No, not yet. Probably need the belt first anyway. Okay. So we're almost finished with this one line. I'm still having such a hard time figuring out how I want to organize stuff though. And maybe I should just ignore it for now and do more stupid stuff like this. But I don't wanna. If we put all the crushed stone on belts, we could divert it into each of this, or all of the things that need it. But I don't really think that's necessary. What if we just produced some more stuff over here? We might as well do it here then. If this was all gone, would it be any easier for us? Not really, I don't think. We have the full belt here. We have a production block here showing us some numbers. We have 30 of these, so about half of this. To 5 ore crushers. We have more than that right now, but that's okay. If we put it all into this stuff though, we removed all of this, we would just need 2 of these. If we could figure out the outputs and inputs. The reason being that these inserters are not fast enough, I think, if we had a full belt. Also, it would be 2 full belts. What if we spaced these out a little bit and had 2 of these inserted into one? Then we would need 3 to 5. We should really only need 1 to 5 though. But inputting 2 belts, that needs a lot of inserters. So I don't think it actually makes it simpler to just have 1 of them. What to do? I'm sorry that this is taking so long for me to figure out. I'm sure it's boring to look at, but yeah. I need to be comfortable with it for me not to tear it down in just a second. Because all I want to do with this is tear it down. So if we just think about the concept of a normal bus, we would bring this out and run it down. And then at some point we would bring it into these. Then we would take the output of that and run it out to the bus. But that would be 3 belts on the bus just for this. We want to avoid that. So if we, instead of running 2 belts of crushed stone out from this, put it directly into something, then we wouldn't have the 2 crushed belts. But then we might as well go back to having this, where they just pick off the end of the line and not have any of it on the bus. So if we remove all of this, we might put it back in a bit. I just want to have a chance at organizing this a little bit. Oh, come on, this can't... That's too slow. So these should be everything we need to crush all of this slag. If we have full power. It actually seems like we need more fuel production. Because we get less each time. So we also need to figure that out. I guess I could help. But that won't do a lot, I guess. Just out of curiosity, can we put one of these down and have it actually produce cellulose fiber? No, it's only by hand. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I guess that would be too cheap otherwise. Okay. But do something like this. We already have 3 liquefiers here. If I start removing these, we will lose all of our production, but maybe that's okay. We could also replace some of these just with more belts running into it, I guess. Alright. Let's just try some things out. I'm wasting too much time on this. And I'm wasting too much time removing all of this stuff as well, I guess. Dang it. I want my nanobots. How far away are we from those nanobots? So 15, 30, 35, 45, sorry, 60, 75, 90, no, 105 science. And then we need to increase the speed, I guess. I think it would be good to have nanobots for my sanity. But let's at least just finish this to begin with. Okay, remove these. So the input for all of this. Yes, we could just keep doing it like this. Or we could increase it even more by just putting in a splitter here and having 90-degree insertion. But let's not worry about that too much right now. So all of these need to feed into one liquefier. Along with water. And I guess the water really is the problem. Can I have 3 inserters here? And then we would, I guess, need to use 90 degrees inserters for the outer ones. I think. I don't think we actually need 3. Well, maybe we do. How fast is this stuff? It takes 1 every second and outputs 2 every second. So we need twice as many outputs as inputs. This seems too complex. Let's just use more liquefiers. If we did Something like this. And use 90 degrees inserters. Would that be enough? I hate this crafting or mining speed or whatever it's called. I want faster removal of stuff. That shouldn't be a chore. Just thinking about how we can optimize this a little bit. So if this is enough, it's not really that hard. But I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Need a little bit more land here. Or we could just shift everything one tile, I guess. Which is so dang slow. Something like this. Well, we don't need that. And then some water. So we are actually keeping up with just these one single inserters. Just out of curiosity, stack size, when can we get more? Is it like vanilla here that you get it with one of these? Capacity. Oh. Inserter capacity. Well, that's also far away, so we need to figure out how to do it with just these, and that's fine, I guess. At least this is keeping up, so it seems like this is fine. Let's just have a look at this. I want to sort it by input instead. If I can, at least. This. If we remove this, I guess, and have 7.5 of this in. How do we... I have forgotten all about how to use this. Is it up here? That's too much. Oh, input. Here we go. So 7.5 of these per second. In that instead. As we have these 5 then... Oh, is it? My bad. 0.5. Still just 5 needed. One of these, one of these, one of these. So this is the basic setup that we need to process one belt of this stuff. Then how come this is not all moving? Because we're low on power, of course. Do we have enough landfill to produce more fuel? And where would we want to do it? This just takes up a lot of space, really. And it's not very useful, but at least it's stable. We could just produce fuel over here. How about that? I think I'm okay with that. Do we want to do it like this, though? We know we need this part, so we need at least this much space. Let's just try something. Let's not use too much here. So now we can fit this stuff in. And let's leave a little bit of gap. Need iron. Again, I should really be producing this to help with the fuel. I could also, instead of doing that, take this and processing it further. I'm not sure what would be most effective. I craft 1 megajoule every 2 seconds, or I craft... What was the increase of this? That's also 2 megajoules, right? Also, we need to produce some of these, so I can't really do this right now. Oh, yeah. So we're producing more algae. How do we separate this? We still don't have filter inserters. We did it like this to only insert stuff that we need in the specific machines. This actually keeps up, so that's not too bad of an idea to do this again. We need this on a belt at some point. Not sure if that needs to be now though, and here. In any case, we need more space. We produce a lot more green than brown. Do we have any assembling machines? A pair... yeah, we do. Oh, right. If we just 90-degree insert this stuff. No, we need to make cellulose first. This makes how much every second? 5 every 2 seconds, so 2.5 per second. This takes 4 per second. So we don't really need one-to-one of all of this. But I'm just trying to figure out how we can fit everything in a close as possible in space. But maybe this is just stupid to do. Because this would probably save us more space overall if we just do this. And maybe save us a headache. We can make the pellets there though if we want to. Then we can output the brown here. And then we are back to green and pellets. So we actually have a good amount of space to work with here. Could make it into the brick or whatever it's called here. Oh, we need cellulose fiber for this as well. Wait, how did we make... Oh, that's just directly. Okay, so we can't really process this further after that. No, that's supposed to go... Wait, what? This is here. I'm confused, sorry. Get away. So this produces the... What's it called? Cellulose fiber. But for the brown algae, we'll need a machine here, here, and here. So we don't have that much space to work with. Could do something like this though. It's very ugly, I guess, but it doesn't matter. And we can't power this now. So that can't really be there, but this could insert like that instead. And then out this way. How about that? I mean, that should work. Could we do something better? Probably. Are we going to? Probably not. Then we can now put this here. And I guess we just want this on a belt, right? Instead of having to do it manually all the time. And then we can expand and get power in to make everything move faster. It sounds like a good idea to me, at least. Something like this. And then make a space for a belt. Which we need more iron for. Which we would get a lot more of if we didn't run out of power all the time. But it seems like this is gonna improve things a lot. Let's just bring this power with us, or this fuel. Power those two so the other ones can take this soon. And now we are out of landfill. Which sucks because we actually tore down all of our landfill production. So we need to deal with that. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.